Hello, precious viewer. My name is Gilbert Bedau, and today I want to share with you our visit to the University of Cambridge. It's fascinating, to say the least, and I am hoping that this interview that I've recorded whilst at the University of Cambridge is going to be a blessing to you and your family, especially if you have young family, young children that are in sixth form now, year 12 or year 13, and they are planning to go to Cambridge University and study there. This will be a blessing to them. Or wherever they're planning to study, they will still learn something from this video. I happen to interview two young ladies who are engineers or who are studying at the University of Cambridge, and the interview and what came out of it is very fascinating. Now come with me on this journey and take a listen and share this with all your contacts so that together we can strive towards educational excellence. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Now please tell me a little bit about your name and about your background.
So my name is Naba. I'm a third year engineer at Cambridge. I'm currently studying bioengineering.
That's wonderful. Now tell me about what you are studying, your degree, and why you've chosen engineering.
Okay, so I've always liked maths and science, and I feel like when people hear that you like that combination, they tell you to go to engineering. So I actually went into engineering without knowing much about it because there's not much engineering education at primary school. But I also liked aerodynamics and I liked F1, so I went to for aerospace engineering. So at most of the universities I applied to aerospace, and at Cambridge they would do engineering, they do general engineering. I decided to apply to Cambridge as well because it had a rotation. But then while I was here, I decided that aerospace was really good. So then I came to this. So I really like materials, and I chose a couple of materials I did for my third year, and then I came to the bioengineering module. After doing those modules, I decided to start for the rest of the year.
That's amazing. Now, could you tell me about the courses that you did at GCSE and A-level and how that gave you the foundation to apply for engineering?
So I went to both a state funded second year and sixth form, and I did the regular foundation of GCSE, so I didn't do that.
Okay.
And then for A-level I did maths, further maths, physics and chemistry, because Cambridge they require you to do at least 3 science subjects, and it looks like tech as well.
Okay.
And they would like you to have further maths as well as maths, obviously. So that was the reason. In terms of what I did for applications and things, I looked at like things like that. So there are a lot of resources online.
Okay.
So one is STEMSAR, or Isaac Physics, which is like a collection of questions that are engineering or science based. So that was really useful in trying to like develop my understanding of engineering and developing problem solving skills. And another website I used was How to Study Engineering.
Okay.
And that again has a lot of interview style questions
Really?
that you expect from a Cambridge interview. I think a lot of other things that I did was kind of reading around the subject. Even if I didn't mention it in my personal statement, it was useful to read around just because you want to present yourself as being well-rounded, and
That's
you do
right.
want to be well-rounded.
More rounded, yeah.
So if there's something that interests you and you're not taught about it in school, I definitely recommend reading up on it, or at least like watching a video or a TED talk.
That's amazing. Now tell us a little bit about life in Cambridge. How is it? How is it like? Are you enjoying it?
I do really love Cambridge. So I live just outside London.
Okay.
So it's quite busy, and I've lived in London most of my life.
Where in London, if I may ask?
So I'm from East London, and then
East London?
Yeah, and then I moved to Dagenham, and
I live in Dagenham.
You live in Dagenham?
I've been living in Dagenham for 23 years.
Oh wow! I've only been in Dagenham for like 6 years, I think. So not as much as you, but Dagenham is pretty central to me.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so London is very busy.
Yes.
And it's a very big city.
Yeah.
So to like when I go out and things, it takes me an hour to get into the center. Cambridge in comparison is very small.
That's right.
Everything is very compact, especially for the student living. Everything is very compact. A lot of things happen in college.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking of applying to Cambridge, you should definitely research colleges.
Yeah.
Because a lot of like things you can access, a lot of funds and things are based on how much money your college has.
Yes.
And just how much funding they have and things.
Right.
So when it comes to life in Cambridge, a lot of like the things I do are college based. A lot of the extracurriculars I do are in college, and then I also am a part of several student societies. So one of them being the Women in Engineering Society. So
That's
I'm actually
right.
the president right now, and we do a lot of things to do with trying to encourage women, young women to apply to engineering and just making the pathways.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You know, one of the essence of the purpose of doing this video is to encourage young women, young girls, like my daughters. They want to go into engineering. So tell us a little bit about what it is like to pursue a degree in engineering.
Honestly, it is like I was very nervous at first because you're told the ratios aren't great. Here it's like 25 to 75, which is better than some universities have it.
Yeah.
So that's because we're a general engineering, so we really attract people naturally. So it was very nerve-wracking at first. In my college, there were only 3 other women in my year doing engineering. So we did form like a tight-knit friend group because of our shared interest in engineering. But honestly, after like the first couple of months and like school settling in, I found out that there's so much support here. Like the Women in Engineering Society is one example, but also a lot of the academics, they understand that it would be hard for you naturally just because there are less of us. So they'll be understanding of that, and like, you're here to learn. So as long as you have that mindset of like you want to do well, you want to learn, I think things will work.
That's amazing. So you're in a third year.
Yeah.
Tell us specifically about the course you're doing. Is that aeronautics engineering?
Bioengineering.
Bioengineering as well. Tell us a little bit about that course.
So bioengineering is an interesting part of the like engineering course at Cambridge, just
Yeah.
because we don't specifically have like a division for it.
Right.
And it's more made up of people from different divisions, so like the mechanical division, the aerospace division, the electrical division, the info division. They all come together and to kind of do research in bioengineering because that I think is the future of it.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like multidisciplinary. You learn a lot of different things instead of staying too niche. And I think one thing about the way the module selection here works is that you could do like as many different like types of engineering as you want to still qualify bioengineering. So I think just my experience with it is that I've become a lot more well-rounded and I have a lot of skills that maybe some people wouldn't have if they hadn't done general engineering.
That's amazing. That's amazing. In terms of lectures, what about your support? Are they very supportive? Is the university supportive? Tell us a little bit.
With the way that teaching works here, so with lectures,
Yes.
so you'll have your lectures delivered to you a couple of times a week, and then you have the opportunity to ask questions to your lecturers.
That's beautiful.
And you can email them in person, you can go to them. Other than that, though, because they understand not everyone wants to go to the lecture, we have small group teaching. So these are full supervisions. So we are given papers to do. Depending on the module, it can be around like 3 a term. And we're expected to do these papers and turn up to the supervision and discuss any problems we've had or just discuss in general. And maybe discuss about like wider implications of what we've been taught in the course.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of support.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And in closing, how will you advise young people that are striving, that are in primary school now, secondary school now, or doing their A-levels? What would be your advice to them, those, especially those who are keen in pursuing a degree either in Cambridge or specifically doing engineering? What's your advice for them?
I think my advice for them is to take initiative and start exploring outside of school. Because school only takes you so far, and it's your like curiosity and intelligence that will take you to places like Cambridge. Because they expect especially for engineering, because it is so problem-solving based. You want to be able to show that you have a wider knowledge.
Thank you, Dada. Thank you so much for your insight. Thank you. That's amazing.